Hey everyone, this is QuakeMan, and today is a very interesting story. Now, granted, this came out May 2nd. I know a lot of people have already kind of talked about this, so, I'm putting my hat in the mix, and honestly, I feel like I'm okay with talking about it and see if people are okay with what I have to say, I guess. But if you haven't heard about the story, um, apparently Epic Game has announced that they're going to be live streaming the new freaking Unreal Tournament game, I guess. Unreal Tournament was a huge shooter that came out 1999, I believe. I'm not really good with history with Unreal Tournament a whole lot, but I remember the first Unreal game, which was really, really freaking cool, honestly. The first Unreal game was released in 1998, and Unreal Tournament was 1999. And had a huge cult following. I mean, Quake was on the rise of that Twitch shooter, the arena shooters, the stuff that I grew up for a couple years before, I started opening up my gates to other forms of gaming. Yes, Call of Duty, yes, Halo, but I still have my roots with Quake 3 Arena. I still have my roots with Unreal Tournament. And when I heard about this, I was like, oh, that's awesome, a new Unreal Tournament. But then my mind started to dwell on a couple questions, especially after I heard of opinions of some other people, especially people like Total Biscuit. And it's that, like, Unreal Tournament, did it really need to come back right now? Like, does it really need a new game? That's the question I'm trying to figure out. Because there has been 3 arena shooters that's been out the last couple of years. One of them, I think, came out in 2007. But there was one that was released, I think, last year, 2 years ago, that didn't do so well, and that was Nexus. That was by, I think it was like Phonic, or I forget the company name for some reason. But it was released by THQ, it didn't do so well. But luckily what's awesome is apparently, I guess, the team got the rights back and they're about to relaunch the game on PC with dedicated servers or something and better maps and stuff. So we may see a revival of that game at some point. That would be great because I thought Nexus was awesome. And then we also have Warsaw, which is a free version. It uses kind of a Borderlands-esque graphical style. That, I forget the term, but you know what I'm talking about. And it's a really fun game. It's more of a speed game because like if you can jump and do your strafe running and everything correctly, you can pick up speed like crazy. And there's even a mode that's specifically titled to speed and running and times, kind of like the surfing stuff in Counter-Strike. So Warsaw is more of a speed shooter than it is a standard arena shooter, but it's still very solid, and I really love playing that game. And then there's another one, I think it's called Zonotonic. It's like Xonotinc or something. I don't know. Another shooter I've actually never played, never seen it. I've only heard about it. And that apparently also isn't doing well. That was released, I guess, a couple years ago. And so the question, is like, is this arena shooter really a good idea? Because, and of course I know people are going to say, oh, but, arena shooter should have lived forever, and then Call of Duty and Halo killed that shit. I'm sorry, in my opinion, I find Call of Duty to still be feeling like an arena shooter. That's the only reason I can play it for hours on end and be fine. I don't think it's the greatest game in the world. There's much better games, period. But the reason I enjoy that is because it feels like a Twitch shooter to me in a different way. I mean, I love to play the original Twitch shooters like Quake and Unreal Tournament, but I still like COD because it's just that. But regardless, so does a Twitch shooter need a return? Doesn't a arena shooter need a return? I mean, we have Quake Live that is still doing very well, especially for Bethesda and its software, and so it's possible that maybe Epic Games thought because of Quake Live being doing so well, maybe there should be a return. And the other thought is, will this Unreal Tournament be a free-to-play game? And if it is going to be a free-to-play game, is it going to be shitty? Is it going to have some really stupid progression system that doesn't work in an arena shooter? Or is it going to have very stupid microtransactions if it's turned free to play. And even if it's not a free to play, if it's going to be a full retail game, how are they going to price it? If they price it at $60, I can tell you right now, no one's going to buy it. And if they price it at $20, some may will. I know I will buy it definitely if it looks good from the live stream they're doing for this game. But we'll see. I mean, like, I loved Unreal Tournament. The only Unreal Tournament I didn't like too much was 2003, and they fixed it with 2004. Loved 99 all the way through. Played that a whole lot. And then 2004 was fucking phenomenal. I didn't like the vehicle CTF they added to the game, or that, I forget what it's called. It's like war something, it's the one when you have to carry the orbs, put it to nodes, make sure you capture a majority of the good nodes to attack the base's core. I don't like that mode too much. That's just me. But it's a very good mode, I will say, for other people. But for me, I don't like it too much. And then that was, and we haven't heard of an Unreal Tournament for a couple years, and then a new one came out, which was Unreal Tournament 3, which a lot of people thought was weird because they're like, technically, Unreal Tournament 99, 2003, 2004, why is that Unreal Tournament 3? So maybe it was called Unreal Tournament 3 to continue the story after Unreal 2, because Unreal 2 had a actual in-depth storyline that was more of an actual game instead of just an arena shooter with bots, like how Unreal Tournament 2004 was. But even then, it failed pretty badly, in my opinion. The story made no sense, especially the ending of the story, and just everything about it. The whole situation with Malcolm and the bad guy, it's weird. It's a weird story, but I felt Unreal Tournament 3 was very solid, but I have to agree with Total Biscuit that it didn't feel like it was a fast-paced game. I liked playing that game. I did play a lot online, both on Xbox and PC, but even when I played it on PC, the PC version felt like it was lacking a bit. I mean, it still had everything the PC version needed. It had a FOV slider, it had FOV support, it had everything you need, the graphical options. You can customize your characters beyond everything. There was a crap ton of good mods for this game, and then they included the Titan mode, which I thought was fucking awesome for this game. But Unreal Tournament 3 just didn't feel like an Unreal Tournament game in some regards, honestly. I still thought it was fun, but the fact that the game... The best way I can explain it is it felt like Gears of War. The character models looked like Gears of War, and the colors were just so drabbed and brown and gray, while if you go back to playing Unreal Tournament 2004, that game is just colorful. No matter what map you're playing on, there's color in some way, shape, or form. And I don't know, like, again, we're going to have to see how it looks. I mean, Unreal Tournament 3 I still thought was a solid game. You can still have a lot of fun with it, but honestly, 2004 is much better to play. It's probably the much better version to play when it comes to tournament play. So we're going to have to see what Epic Games is going to pull off. I mean, I'm interested, but I'm not really pumped or excited per se. I'm just going to wait and see what they're going to show during the live stream. I mean, of course, you have the Unreal Engine 4, and we're just going to, have to see what they're going to do. I mean, as my friend points out, Unreal Tournament 1, 2, and 3 were made by Digital Extremes, which pretty much had the formula hands down, and then, Epic Games were the ones that created the third one, and that wasn't really good. And so my friend says that most likely this game won't do well without Digital Extremes, and that could be true. We'll just have to see. That's all I say. If they make a good, solid shooter, I'll be impressed. Obviously, it may not beat, in no way, shape, or form would it beat, Unreal Tournament 2004, but we'll have to see as well. We're also going to have to see what they're going to do with the weapons. Let's hope to God they keep every iconic weapon there. Impact Hammer, Shield Gun, Enforcer, Flak Cannon. For the love of God, if they don't put the Flak Cannon in there, I'll be pissed. So, other than that, I think I'm done talking about it. And so on and so forth. You guys have a great day and take care, and let's hope to see this doesn't turn out badly. Take care, everyone.